thanks for watching. Now, a lot of people had questions about my last PSA video and, what's going on with YouTube, what's going on with the internet. Now, if you paid attention, YouTube basically has taken the first step towards censorship. It's something that, I seen coming, that a lot of people seen coming, and that we knew would eventually happen. Now, when you just be real with yourself, when you look at the kind of content that myself and others put out, so-called truthers, we put out a lot of really deep information, a lot of information that's basically harmful to the powers that be or to, corporations. So, of course, eventually they would have to figure out a way to censor this information and get around, the whole First Amendment thing. So when you have private companies like, Google and, Facebook, YouTube, what have you, social media networks, they reserve the right to basically regulate their services, which is why they offer the services for free. And when you sign up, you agree to a bunch of things that you do not realize. So when you sign up, they have basically the right to censor or to regulate what you put up there, and you really have no choice in the matter because you're not the you don't own the company, you're not the ISP, and you really can't control their actions. And this is how you can censor things that you don't want out. We all look at the videos and we listen to the information and we say, wow, it's scary that this information is out there, and it seems like something that they would want to cover up. So a lot of people don't believe a lot of the videos on YouTube because they feel like, well, this information is too serious. If it was true, then the powers that be will probably have these people killed. So a lot of the information that comes out, social media, information that's on YouTube or on the internet is generally dismissed by the public. And if you don't see something on mainstream media, a lot of people just don't give it validity. Now, YouTube and Google have a lot of partners. They have a lot of corporations that invest in the company. They have a lot of people who upload videos. And this creates a unique opportunity for advertisers, for corporations and companies to basically buy space to basically advertise their products. So if you have a YouTube channel where you have, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, millions of subscribers, and you get millions of views a day, it is perfect and also a cheaper way for corporations and companies to basically pay for commercial space. So if you have a channel, where you have a million people a day watching your channel, then you can make money by having these corporations basically post commercials on your channel. Now, what they have done, among other things, is one, they basically are now going to judge what is, what they call advertiser-friendly videos. So people who post up a video about 9/11 or something that's really controversial, they all these years now, they have been making money off of those videos. Now, YouTube has taken those videos down or unmonetized those videos to where people can't make money from these type of videos. So now going forward, you have a choice. You can either post controversial videos, videos that speak about the truth, because they basically did this to all videos that have truth, of course. You can either choose to upload these videos and make no money, or you can upload advertiser-friendly videos and make some money. So they kind of force people to choose between money and the truth. Now, as well as that is, you have it to where now they're going to be basically judging what is news and what is basically propaganda. So if you're talking about something that has to do with, war or other countries or the president or administration, they can reserve the right to take down your video. And we already know, as I talked about before, when you have these type of videos, they are already not sharing these videos with all of your subscribers. So only a certain amount of people in certain places can actually see the content that you're putting out. So again, if you have people who subscribe to your channel, you want them to see all of your content. So when you look around the internet, you can see that a lot of people are upset by the actions of Google, and they are afraid that a lot of social media sites may take the same road, which I'm pretty sure they will. It's going to be really tough to advertise any kind of content that is, deemed sensitive or, non-advertiser friendly. And they're going to mess with this. They're going to play with this to the point where, everything is censored. And it's done like this because we have to rely on these private companies like Facebook. You know, they're private. They can say we're private, so they can reserve the right to basically block you or ban you or not show everybody your stuff. And this is one of the things that we're going to have to deal with going forward. And I don't think a lot of people realize how serious this is. So, you know, the issue is, you know, a lot of people will say, you know, you're kind of stupid for making videos that basically, you know, go against these corporations and companies that's paying you, because a lot of them have business dealings with a lot of these corporations that we talk about, you know, a lot of these things that, you know, we talk about. So we know it's all bullshit, because the thing is, you have these same corporations and companies that, you know, protest with this whole non-advertiser friendly thing, who still promotes on the same kind of content on the big networks. So, you know, you can have a company like, let's just say Kellogg's or something like that, or Snickers or what have you, Mars Candy, and, you know, they might not want to advertise on your video because you're talking about, let's say, 9/11 or something like that. But at the same time, if the movie about 9/11 comes on TV, they will buy that ad space on Fox or on cable. So, you know, what's the difference? So we know this is not about, you know, advertiser friendly. This is about censoring the public. It's about censoring the truthers and censoring the people who is putting out information. Because the same thing that they are trying to say that we are doing that's not non-advertiser friendly, they are still doing so. They are still, you know, advertising on non-advertiser friendly videos on mainstream media or with the big corporations, the big networks. So this is basically censorship, and a lot of people got to realize that they're basically systematically trying to get rid of videos that basically hurt the administration, that hurt basically the powers that be, and, you know, they're trying to censor these videos or get them off of YouTube altogether. And the reason why we can say that that's the case is because they're not getting rid of YouTubers. They're not shut down entire channels. They're basically saying that these certain videos we don't want up here, or it's not advertiser friendly, so we don't want to deal with them. So, you know, basically, if you have a guy that works for you, just hired him, but he wears a Nazi costume to work, you know, every day. They're not going to that guy and saying, well, listen, you're completely fired, get out of here. They're saying, well, look, just don't show up in a uniform, you can still work here. So it's not about basically doing the right thing and getting rid of the person altogether. They just want to get rid of what they feel is doesn't represent the company, no matter if it's truthful or not. So the thing is, if you're putting out truthful information that you can back up with facts, what's the problem? So again, this is not about them trying to basically separate themselves from things that's controversial. This is about censorship. And a lot of people have to understand that this is the direction that they have been, you know, walking towards for a long time. They're going to come after Facebook Live. They're going to come after that hard. They're trying to do it already. You're going to see a lot more videos, or a lot more news reports, I should say, that's going to be talking about people doing heinous things on Facebook Live. You know, killing kids and killing animals and kidnapping people. The dude who shot the old man on Facebook Live. Stuff like this is going to keep happening. You see what they try to do when they want to take our guns. Things like this is going to keep happening to where they can say, well, Facebook Live, it's not good. You know, Instagram Live, it's not good. You can't do this live video feeds no more. They're going to try to get rid of that next. It's all going towards censorship and the stuff that people need to pay attention to, understand that we can't allow that to happen. If we allow them to regulate the entire internet, that is game. That is it. So we have to start, you know, putting our money where our mouth is and showing these corporations that's basically running this entire thing that this is not the direction that the people want to go in. We still want to listen to what we want to listen to. We want truth. We want stuff that is not watered down, that is not censored, that is not filtered. We want 100% truth that we can rely on, that we can watch, and we can know that it's not filtered. One of the problems is we just accept what they give us. A lot of people don't really understand how things work. We just accept what they give us and don't really realize that when we take in something that's given to us, a lot of things are attached with it. A lot of problems, a lot of issues that is going to basically affect us down the line if we don't tackle it immediately. So the thing is with the internet is a lot of people don't really understand, you know, how the internet works. And you got to realize that, you know, the internet is basically, it's not one person that basically can own the internet. You have a bunch of computers and servers all around the world that's interconnected. I mean, even with wires that go underwater, that go underground, and you have a lot of these servers everywhere. And then basically these servers feed the ISPs, your internet service providers, who get basically the link from all these servers that's full of information. And they basically, give you the internet, and you can't really censor the entire internet. But these internet service providers who's basically connected into the servers, they can kind of sort of do that, because you got to realize this, these internet service providers are these corporations that's basically controlling the lobbyists who's running the government, so to speak. So if they don't want certain information to get out, they can censor, the internet. It's something that a lot of people haven't realized. But unless you have millions of dollars where you can have a warehouse and you can afford all the servers required and the diesel engines to power these servers and the backup servers and the people to watch this stuff, you can't really afford to just, own the internet, to just, get in where you fit in and just have internet where you got to pay a bill. You have to rely on these ISPs. And these ISPs are owned by the same corporations that want to censor what we see. So unless we let these corporations know that we don't want censorship, this is exactly what we're going to get. And this is what they're pushing towards, is censorship. And, we got to be ready for that. And, with my website, this is something that I came up with years ago. Now, when I first wrote out the business plan, it was called School Me, and I broke it down to School, SKEWL. And what the website was going to do was going to basically, as I said, bring a school, an education atmosphere to social media. So you have something like the classroom. And the classroom is basically where you're going to basically watch videos that's going to be teaching about something. And you'll be able to see who was in the class with you. You'll be able to talk to them through a chat box that you can shut on and off. And you'll be able to get the course materials needed, if needed, to complete the course. And, it would be basically like you're in the classroom. Now, then you have the hallway. And the hallway is almost like the Facebook timeline, but it's basically two timelines, a smaller one, and a bigger one, like the regular Facebook timeline where you can see all kinds of stuff. But then you have a smaller timeline where it's basically like cliques or like groups, where you can see the different groups that's talking about specific things. You have a cafeteria where you can order food from there. You'll have a gym room that's going to be talking about sports. And, it's kind of set up like a classroom atmosphere. You'll have a profile page that's going to be called the locker. And your locker is where you'll have your pictures, your photos, your videos, your personal stuff will be in there. And everybody who's a friend will have access to that locker. You can lock people out, what have you. So the whole site is kind of centered around this whole school atmosphere. And it's something that is really unique, and something that, Facebook started out with, basically connecting people through yearbook photos. And I really had the idea when I realized that it's really tough to be on YouTube and look at videos, and you get distracted by all the other videos that have nothing to do with the video that you're looking at. And a lot of people you might want to go to get information from, or you want to, just meet people who's interested in the same things you are. So I came up with this idea. There's a lot more to it. I'm kind of, paraphrasing here, going through it quickly. But there's a lot more to the site that I think a lot of people will enjoy. And it's going to be really unique to the internet and give people another experience in social media. But I want it to be, when I first came up with the site, I was thinking about sponsorship and using like Google or AdSense to basically generate revenue to keep the site going. But, if I'm not able to do that, it would be like a subscription-based social media site, like, like Netflix, like $8 a month, $10 a month, something like that. Now, one of the unique things that Netflix was able to do, when they came up with the company, is by charging that money a month, we're talking about, they're making about $200, $300 million a month. But now with that kind of money, they're able to make Netflix, official Netflix content, movies exclusive to Netflix, or series and shows exclusive to Netflix. That's only going to be on Netflix. Beautiful, brilliant. It brings more people to the network, or to the site. It gets people more involved, and they can really cut out the corporations if they want to, because they're generating a lot of money on their own. So this is something that, if we can't really get the kind of sponsorship from corporations, which I doubt, or possibly once a lot of people get involved, then we can do a subscription base where we'll have our own money, where we can basically run the site the way we want it to be ran. And it's something that's really expensive. I'm talking about, this is millions of dollars to get the prototype up and running, it's going to be somewhere around 200 grand. So, I have money. I have actually 2 investors that's involved in the whole project, and hopefully we can get everything together. But if not, I'll still come out with, a smaller version of the site. And, once it gets to maybe in the millions, then, I'll probably be able to get the kind of money I need to take it, global. It depends on how, much support I get and, if it gets off the ground. And there's other ideas I have, website wise, that I'm going to be working on in the future. But, we have to create competition, and we have to show these corporations that we want the truth. We don't want watered down, censored, information, and we don't want the internet to be censored in no way, shape, or form. And when we let these corporations know that this is what we want, and when people, all these other YouTubers start branching out and doing their own thing and generating traffic that leaves these social media sites that's censored and come to these sites that are not censored, they'll get the point. And it has to start somewhere, because if we don't do it, then, it's going to be big trouble down the road. So my whole focus is to get a working prototype together, and to invite a lot of other YouTubers to the platform to basically upload their videos. Now, one of the things is there are a lot of videos out there, and we know YouTube has a bunch of how-to videos, and they have a lot of videos that people watch that a lot of people believe is exclusive to YouTube, and it's not. Because these are public videos, and because when people upload their videos, they do so basically saying, well, I want this information to get out to everybody, then YouTube has to basically provide the stream, which is why you can see YouTube videos on Facebook and Twitter or what have you. Google will actually provide the stream, to a website to basically funnel the videos, through to their website, as long as it has the YouTube logo. So it wouldn't be impossible to get the videos all from YouTube onto my social media site. And one of the things that is going to be built into the whole social media site is when a person becomes a teacher, or when they create an account as a teacher, if they have YouTube videos, they will be able to link their videos to their class and organize them, through links and everything. I've thought about this, and this is something, everybody who knows me knows I've been in school for computer science, and I'll have my PhD in computer science pretty soon. So this is something I've been working on for a long time, years now. And it's something that is close to being finished, but it's going to require a lot to really get a working model going, which is why I set up the GoFundMe. And as I said, I understand a lot of people don't have money to just give away. $1, $2, whatever a person donates will be greatly appreciated. But as an alternative, as I spoke about, if people could just go and purchase the DVDs or the downloads from off the website, they can get something back as well for their donation. All this money is going to be going towards getting this prototype off the ground. And, it's something that I think is really important, and hopefully a lot of other YouTubers follow along with just getting their website going and, doing something different besides social media. When you take something that's free, it comes with strings attached a lot of times that we don't realize. And this is what happened with YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, and it's basically corporations being greedy, not wanting the little man to make money, not wanting the little man to basically do something big with, their ideas. So, this whole censorship is something that they're going to be pushing for a lot. We don't let these corporations know that we don't want censorship, that we will go away from censorship, then this is exactly what we'll get. And it's something that really is going to hurt us, down the line. So everybody who donates and participates, I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that I've been getting, over the years for the information I've been putting out. And I'll still put out information. I'll still put out information on YouTube. I'll still put out DVDs. It's not about the money. It's about getting the information out there. But this is a red flag. And this is one of the reasons why I created my own website, why I start putting out videos for download and for DVD. Because once this censorship takes full, once it goes in full effect, a lot of videos are going to be gone. And, by the people who have the downloads or people who bought the DVDs, they'll have this information. It'll live on. But, it's something that I knew would eventually come, which is why, I wanted to branch out and start to take the steps towards something different, an alternative means of communication. And this project is really going to be big, and it's going to help me, really get into that area where not just me, but a bunch of other people can really put out information to the masses, to a lot of people, where it's not censored, it's not watered down. So, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for participating. See you guys next video.